So my name is Casey. I'm the business development coordinator, and I have Mr. Wayne here.
Correct.
So this is one of our patients. I'm going to have him introduce himself and tell you which spinal cord stimulator Mr. Wayne has. So
My name is Wayne, and I have the Medtronic stimulator, spinal cord stimulator.
yes, and this was implanted in 2019. So I'm just going to ask him a few questions, and he's going to answer for me. So when did you notice your pain started? So prior to getting your spinal cord stimulator?
It's been a while. It's probably been 6 years at least.
Okay. Was it related to an accident or injury of anything?
I think it's degenerative. It's something that over time, when I was 17 years old, I was in a bad accident where it broke my femur, and I'm sure it affected my back then, but it just took a while for, the results to come out.
Okay.
I do have a fusion, L4 and L5, and when I had that surgery, the doctor told me, he said, this is going to help you now, but down the road, you're probably going to start having problems again.
Okay.
Because, it makes sense if you fuse something where it's supposed to move,
Right.
it's going to affect above and below.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what it's done.
Yep, it's affected above, so. All right, so prior to getting your spinal cord stimulator, what all therapies did you try?
A little bit of everything. I tried working out. I did a little bit of yoga. I still do a little bit of yoga when it's necessary because sometimes that helps.
Okay, good.
Stretching exercises and just trying to avoid doing things that aggravate it.
Okay. Did you do physical therapy before? Some insurance companies make you try physical therapy, so I wasn't sure.
No.
Okay.
No. I did a lot of physical therapy when I had the surgery.
Right.
And I've since had my left knee replaced.
Okay.
So I was going through therapy then,
Okay.
but.
And then I'm sure you did injection therapy with us prior to the spinal
Correct.
cord stimulator. You have to get the blocks and things like that.
Correct.
Okay. And then what about chiropractic therapy? Did you do any kind of chiropractic therapy in the past?
That's the funny part, because everyone that takes an x-ray of me, they don't want to touch me.
So chiropractor was no. Well, good.
I did find a good massage therapist.
Yeah, massages are always great. You didn't like it though?
That's kind of a two-sided coin. She was very good.
Yeah.
She had hands like a football player or something, because she knew exactly where to lay the pressure to you.
Yeah.
And when you walked out of there, you didn't want to do nothing but go home, go to bed.
Okay. All right. So, let's see. How did you hear about spinal cord stimulation?
Through Dr. Gallant's office.
Okay, good. And they kind of talked to you about how it can help you with your back and leg pain, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. And so he kind of let you know, the interventional therapies that we do are kind of like temporary fixes. Like it's not gonna fix the problem, but it's gonna temporarily help you.
Correct.
But the long-term goal was to get you a spinal cord stimulator to help maintain that relief. Correct.
I won't lie to you. I was kind of apprehensive about having something inserted into my body.
No doubt.
Lithium batteries,
Can be scary.
Can be scary, especially if it decides to fail on you while it's inside of you.
Right.
But so far, hadn't had any issues with it.
Good. Okay. And what made you decide to go forward with that trial, the spinal cord stimulator trial?
Well, I tried everything. The blocks. Trying to think of where they would go in there and they'd cauterize around where the sciatic nerve went through. That seemed to give me the most release for the longest period of time. The blocks would last anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, and that was it.
Right. And it felt good during those 24 to 48 hours.
Oh yeah, I'd walk out of there like a brand new man.
Yeah.
But then next morning I'd wake up and it's like, here it is again.
Okay. So you decided that you were tired of the Band-Aid fix and you were kind of wanting something more long-term.
Yes.
Okay. Did you do a bunch of research beforehand, or did Dr. Gallant just give you a bunch of research?
I looked it up online and saw some of the YouTube videos where people were talking about it. And what most of them said is exactly what I'm saying. It's not necessarily the end all be all.
Right.
It's just part of trying to maintain the pain level.
Good. Okay. Good. Did you like the idea of the trial where you could just try it out before you got anything like implanted? Like you could try it before you buy it kind of thing?
I'm not sure if they even did that with me.
You would have done a trial. Every patient does a trial. So they put it in for like around 7 days and you see if it works.
I forget.
Okay.
Where they just kind of taped it to my...
Yes, they taped it to your back. That's where the battery's taped to your back.
Like I said, at first I didn't really think it did anything.
Okay.
But then there was a couple of times where, you know, you get busy, you know, this was back, I was still working at the time.
Okay.
If you don't charge it up, that's when you see the difference.
You notice it. Good. Well, what kind of success have you had with the SCS? This kind of goes along with what we just said. So if you notice you don't charge it, you notice a difference in your pain level.
Absolutely. I have an issue with the muscles in my back starting to tense up.
Okay.
And for the most part, that's what it really helps.
Good.
You know, I still can't stand up straight because it's pinching the sciatic nerve when I do that. But with me, the way I have to walk and the way I have to sit and everything, I tend to lean forward more than a normal person would. Mm-hmm. And that puts a lot of stress on the muscles that hold you up.
Okay. So what percentage of relief would you say you get from your spinal cord stimulator versus when you don't use it? So like when you have it charged up and it's working, what percentage relief do you feel you're getting on a daily basis?
Well, what I can give you is prior to having this, mm-hmm. I was on average anywhere from a 7 to an 8 pain level.
Okay.
Now I'm consistently down around 4 or 5.
That's good. That's good. So, I mean, you're getting some relief from it.
Absolutely.
And you're able to do daily activities and kind of live your life versus having to be, you know, bed bound or in a chair and things like that. You're able to actually kind of get up and do some stuff. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And you notice a difference in your leg pain as well? You're not feeling as much leg pain?
That helped a lot.
Okay. So that's the goal with our spinal cord stimulators, is really targeting that back and leg pain. So I'm glad to hear that your leg pain has helped. So the last question I have is, how has your life changed since getting the spinal cord stimulator?
I mean, other than, you know, you do have to remember that this is now part of a routine you have to do. So like in my case, it really depends on how high of a level you turn it up.
Okay.
I mean, if I turn it up real high, I feel it all day long through both my legs, and the battery's dead the next day.
Okay.
So what you have to do to get the most out of it is find out where the lowest setting you can get by with. Mm-hmm. That will allow you to only have to charge it maybe every 2 days. Like this morning I got up early so I could charge mine. But it will become part of your daily routine, or not necessarily daily, but in my case, every 2 days I have to kind of remind myself to go ahead and charge it back up again. Yeah. And it's not that hard to remember, because you get out of bed and you're like, oh, it hurts, better charge the battery.
Okay, good. So overall, you feel that your spinal cord stimulator has made a difference in your life?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Good, okay, great. Well, that's all I've got. So anything you want to say about how it's helped you, or any questions? What about, what's the average? You said you charge it every 2 days.
Right.
So the average lifespan of your battery for you is about 2 days. 48 hours. Okay. How long does it take you to charge the battery?
Well, there again, if you run it all the way down, it's probably going to take about an hour.
Okay.
So what you have to do is basically set aside, I mean, I can still kind of do my normal routine, mm-hmm. Which means I can put the pad on where it's charging and just slip the charger in one of my pockets and go about my business. Now, if you bend over or move the wrong way, it won't be over the battery like it should be, and it'll stop charging. Okay. So your best bet is, you know, if you need to go through your emails, or, you know,
watch a TV show or something.
Watch TV or lay down for a few minutes. And I find that laying down, generally I just fall asleep when I do anyway, but laying down where you're actually pressing it up against it, the best results.
Okay. So it's a pad that goes onto your, we call it an IPG. So the IPG is implanted either below your belt line or like right above your like buttock in like a little pocket. So that battery is implanted right there. So it's like a pad that sticks to your back right there. And then it has a battery source that you can just kind of carry with you.
Correct.
Okay, great. So, and then you can
so
just
it's a round pad that's probably about yay big around, but it has an opening about the size of the implant.
Okay.
So when you put it on there, you just kind of put your finger through that hole where you can feel the implant to make sure it's centered over it. And then what I do is I just put my pants on, or if I'm wearing, you know, like lounging pajama bottoms or whatever, I just cinch them up, and that kind of, because the cord comes out from there, it kind of holds it in place.
Okay, great.
Now I think it does, I want to say it comes with some kind of a strap that you can put on it, but I've never used it.
Okay. So it does kind of, it gives you some options. So you can do it in the car, laying down, sitting down, watching TV, whatever you can.
Well, if you can operate a smartphone, you can use that. And the ideal thing that I do is I try to change up the program about every month or so, just to see. I have mine on what I feel is an ideal setting. Okay. So I just stay with it. Okay. I just recently had that program redone, which seems to be ideal for me. And I've tried different ones, and this one just seems to give me the best relief. Okay, good. So that is all I've got. With our office, you know, you're always available to meet your representative here. Every spinal cord stimulator company has a representative for your territory, so you can always meet your spinal cord stimulator rep at one of our offices for any type of complication or issue you're having, or reprogramming. You're also able to do it over the phone, I believe, your rep, and you can discuss your reprogramming over the phone, so you don't even have to leave the comfort of your home. So anything else for our viewers? I will say that on the customer service end, I did have a small issue with the first pad that I had. Okay. And apparently I'm not the only one, because when I contacted your home office, they said, yes, we are aware of that, and we will send you a brand new one. Okay, and they sent you a brand new one? Yep, they said, just take the box that we send you, put the old one in there, and send it back to us. Perfect. So if you have any issues, then you can contact the home office for your specific spinal cord stimulator, and they will get you all fixed up. So this is Mr. Wayne, and he's got a Medtronic spinal cord stimulator, and we appreciate you giving us your testimony. Thank you.